Hi children, this is Lakshmi Aravind. Today we are going to see about the linear equations with one variable. Children, if you'll remember, whenever I taught you the first chapter, did you remember the first video of the syllabus based? That time algebraic expressions, algebra. In that I explained you children what is a term, variable, constant, expression and equation also I explained. Did you remember? So in that equations, what is meant by linear equations means if an equation the maximum degree is 1, then we will call it as a linear equation. And here we can see one more word, that is linear equation with one variable. Means if a linear equation means a equation which is having maximum degree as 1 and having only one variable in that equation. That variable may be x, y, a, b, anything. Only one variable should be there. Then we'll call that as a linear equation with one variable. Okay, here it will be in a maximum, it will be in a form of ax plus b is equals to 0. Here a, instead of this we can say that ax plus b is equals to c. Means here a, b, 0 or c will be the constants and x only the thing variable which will be varying. Now if we'll solve that equation, we will find the value of x and x value will be only 1. Only one number will satisfy the value of x. For example, if we'll take 2x plus 3 is equals to 8. Here 2, 3, 8 are constants and x is only one variable. If we'll solve that, we will get x is equals to 5 by 2. How I'll show you in a further slides ma. Now we can observe that only one value we got for the x. Okay. Now we will see. If we'll take any linear equation, here we can see one equal symbol. For that equal symbol, both the right side and left side, there will be some terms or else expressions. So whatever it is there in a left side is called as a left hand side expression, and right side the expression whatever it will be there, that is called as a RHS, right hand side. And always the LHS and RHS will be equal. Only one value of that unknown variable x or anything, whatever it may be, the variable, unknown variable it is there, no, only one value will satisfy that. Both LHS and RHS will get equal, and we will think that both LHS and RHS are equal, and we will solve that x variable, means any variable, value of variable, by balancing the equation on both the sides. Okay. Here I'll show you example children how we can solve an linear equation. Means just now I told you LHS, RHS, single variable, single answer it will get, each and everything. No, now that only how we can do, here I'll show you. Actually children, whenever we are solving a linear equation with one variable, here we are having two methods. One method is balancing equation on both the sides. Second one is transposition. Okay, first we will see the balancing equation. How means, children, what we want? We want the value of x. So, to find the value of x, we want x to be on a left hand side, and all the constants should go to the right hand side. Okay, so we have to place only constants on the right hand side and left hand side should be variable. So take here 2x minus 3 is equals to 7, it is there. Now take the left hand side, we can see that 2x minus 3. I told you that I want only x. So whatever it is there extra, that and all we will try to remove it. First minus 3 is there. How we can remove the minus? If we'll do plus 3, minus 3 and plus 3 will get cancelled, and the 3 constant will get removed. So to remove that, I will place that 2x minus 3 plus 3. If I will place plus 3 only on the left hand side, then it will get balance. No, it will not get balance. So the same plus 3 I have to do on the right hand side also. So if I'll do right hand side also, here left hand side minus 3 plus 3 will get cancelled. The remaining is 2x. And the right hand side 7 plus 3, 10. Next, what we have to remove means 2. If we want to remove the multiplicable, means in a multiplication 2, if we'll divide with the 2, then 2 will get removed. So what I'll do means both the sides I'll divide with the 2. In a left hand side 2 will get cancelled, only we will get x, and in a right hand side we will get 10 by 2 is equals to 5. So finally the x value is 5. Okay, here wherever if you'll see children, the balance is not at all disturbed. Next is transposition method. As I told you, before going to explain about the transposition method children, first we have to see that here transposition means the constants we will just send from this side, means left hand side to the right hand side. How we will send means, for example here if it is there in a addition, then if it will go to that side, it will go for the subtraction. If it is here in a operation subtraction, if it will go that side, it will go for addition. Means opposites are addition and subtraction. Next one is, if any constant is there this side for the multiplication, means it is in a multiplication operation, if it will go that side for the division. If it is there division this side, then it will go for that side for the multiplication. So always keep it in a mind, addition, subtraction, both opposite. Multiplication and division, these two are opposite. Now take 2y plus 9 is equals to 4. So first, here we want only left hand side variable. So I will send that 9, constant 9 to that side. Here clearly we can observe that the 9 is in addition. So if we will send that side, plus 9 will go to that side minus 9. So 4 minus 9 we will get minus 5. Now we want here extra 2, with it is in a multiplication here. So this multiplication 2, if it will go that side, division 2, that is minus 5 by 2. So the answer is y value minus 5 by 2. If we want to verify, if we'll verify children, we'll get the same answer. Okay, next we will see the exercise 3.1. First one, x minus 2 is equals to 7. Here children, a few sums I did with the means balance equation method, equalizing the balance equalizing equation balance method, and few sums I did with the transposition method. First sum is equation balancing method. First one, x minus 2 is equals to 7. Here we want only x on the left hand side. So minus 2 I want to remove. If I'll do plus 2, it will get removed. So both the sides plus 2 if I'll do, this side 2 will get cancelled. X only it will be there, and this side 7 plus 2 is equals to 9. Next, second sum. 3 by 7 plus x is equals to 17 by 7. Now I am using transposition method. Means I am sending the constant from this side to that side. Always children, you learn both the methods, but the easy method is transposition method, which we will use in our further classes also. Okay, so 3 by 7 here it is in addition. If we will send to that side, it will go for the subtraction. So 17 by 7 minus 3 by 7. Now we can observe both the denominators are same. So we can subtract the numerators. So x is equals to 17 minus 3 by 7, that is 14 by 7. X is equals to 7 ones are 7 twos are, will get 2. Now third sum. 6x is equals to 12. Here we want only x. So I want to send this 6, which is in a multiplication here. So if I'll send to that side, it will go for the division part. So x is equals to 12, division part 12 by 6. So 6 ones are 6 twos are, x is equals to 2. Next, 4y minus 8 is equals to 13. Here same transposition method only I am applying children. 14y is equals to, I want only y. So remaining all send to that side. So minus 8 if I'll send to that side, plus 8. So 14y is equals to 13 plus 8, 21. Now y is equals to 21. Here multiplication 14, if it will go that side, division 14. So with the 7 table we can cancel. 7 3s are, 7 2s are. So y value will be 3 by 2. So 3 by 2 we can write in a mixed fraction as a 1 by 2 or 1.5. Next, 17 plus 6p is equals to 9. Here children, I want the value of p. Our variable is p. So I'll keep the p this side and remaining all I'll send to that side. Now plus 17, if it will go that side, it will become minus 17. So 6p is equals to 9 minus 17. Now 6p is equals to 9 minus 17 minus 8. Now here 6 is there. Now this 6 is in here multiplication. If I'll send to that side, it will go for the division. So p is equals to minus 8 by 6. With the 2 table, 2 4s are 2 3s are. We will get p is equals to minus 4 by 3. This we can write as a mixed fraction minus 1 by 3. Next children, x by 3 plus 1 is equals to 7 by 15. Here if you'll see, we have to find out the value of x. So I'll keep the x and remaining I'll send to that side. Here plus 1. If I'll send to that side, minus 1. Addition will go that side, subtraction. Now 7 by 15 minus 1. 15 if we'll do, here for 1 nothing is denominator, no, so we'll just cross multiply. So we will get as a numerator 7 minus 15 by 15. Now x by 3 is equals to 7 minus 15 minus 8 by 15. Here if you will not understand that cross multiplication method children, to get the denominator as 15 for 1, we have to multiply with 15 by 15. So 7 by 15 minus 15 by 15, both the denominators will be same, then we can take 7 minus 15 by 15. Even in that way also you can do. Now x by 3 is equals to minus 8 by 15. Now here division 3, if it will go that side, multiplication 3. So minus 8 into 3 by 15. 3 ones are 3 5s are. The remaining is 8 is equals to minus 8 by 5. Now x is equals to minus 8 by 5. We can write as minus 1 3 by 5. Next children, linear equations and applications. These linear equations, mathematical operations children, in our daily life also we will use in several situations. Mainly we will use for the word problems. And also children, even you can find your daily life situations, like for example, if you can say for your brother or sister, you can give like a puzzle. If two numbers if we'll add, we will get 15. If one number is 7, what is the one more number? There you can use the linear equation with the one variable, which is unknown thing. You can take as one of the variable and you can solve. Like that, any word problems, any statements related things, we can use by using these linear equations. Okay, here how we can solve that means, first one, whatever it is there, that word statement or whatever that statement it will be there, no, first that statement translate it into mathematical statement. Then find out what is the unknown values you have to find. Then understand the question properly, then try to frame the equation by using the unknown values as a variables. Okay, after framing the equation, then you know how to find the answer. Okay, just now I thought you know. Now we will see one of the example. The perimeter of a rectangle is 13 and its width is 2 3 by 4 centimeter. Find its length. As you know children, the perimeter means what? The length of the boundary. If we will take the rectangle, what is the perimeter formula? 2 into length plus width. Here they given width and perimeter and we don't know about the length. So the unknown, we'll just take it as a first file. We'll find out, we'll understand, then we'll find out what is the variable we have to find. That is length. Now assign a variable for that, x. So just let's take that unknown thing as x. Now as we know already, the perimeter of a rectangle is 2 into length plus width. Now apply 2 into length is x plus width 2 3 by 4. Now the perimeter of a given to be 13 centimeters. So this we can equalize to the 13. So 2 into x plus 11 by 4 is equals to 13. Now we want the value of x. So remaining all send to that side. If I'll send 2 to that side, here it is in a multiplication 2 into. So if it will go that side, it will go for the division part. So x plus 11 by 4 is equals to 13 by 2. Now we want x. So 11 by 4 also I have to send that side. So x is equals to 13 by 2. Here plus 11 by 4 if it will go that side minus 11 by 4. Now if you will see here there is a different denominators. Here 2, there 4. We cannot do directly. So first to get the denominator as a 4, 13 by 2 will multiply with the 2 by 2. After multiplication we will get 26 by 4 minus 11 by 4. Then we will get 26 minus 11 by 4, that is 15 by 4, 3 by 4. That is our length of the length of our rectangle. Okay. Next, like this only exercise 3.2 few sums we will see, children. First one, if you subtract 1 by 2 from a number and multiply the result by 1 by 2, you will get 1 by 8. What is the number? First understand the sum. We have to find one number, children. And for that one number, they given some rules, means like some statements. What is that? Means first let's take that unknown value, that number as x. First, given subtract 1 by 2 from the number. So if you subtract 1 by 2 from the number is x minus 1 by 2. Next, multiply the result by 1 by 2. Means after getting, we will get the result, that is x minus 1 by 2. That we have to multiply with the 1 by 2. So x minus 1 by 2 into 1 by 2. Now we will get the result as 1 by 8. So this we can equalize with the 1 by 8. No? Equalize. X minus 1 by 2 into 1 by 2 is equals to 1 by 8. Now what we want, children? We want the value of x. So send remaining all that side. Here x minus 1 by 2 into 1 by 2 means 2 is there in a division. 1 by 2. By 2 means it is in a division part. See, if I will send to that side, it will go for the numerator, that is multiplication part. Or else directly, children, here it is in a denominator. If we will send to that side of the equal symbol, it will go for the numerator. Okay, even in this way also you can remember. Now we will get 2 by 8. 2 ones are 2 fours. So x minus 1 by 2 is equals to 1 by 4. Now we want, here children, next step, we want x minus 1 by 2 is equals to 1 by 4. X we want. So send that minus 1 by 2 that side. It will go for plus 1 by 2. But we cannot add because the denominators are different. So to get the same denominator, 1 by 2 will multiply with 2 by 2. If we will multiply, x is equals to 1 by 4 plus 2 by 4. Both the denominators are same. So we can add the numerators. We will get 3 by 4. So the number is 3 by 4. Okay, children. Next sum. The perimeter of a rectangular swimming pool is 154 meter. Its length is 2 meter, more than twice its breadth. What are the length and breadth of the pool? Okay. First, children, what we have to find means length and breadth. And there is a relationship between a length and breadth also, children. Okay, so first to take the breadth as x, and what they given is length is equals to, the length is 2 meters more than twice of its breadth. So we can take that. Now if you'll see, the length is equals to 2 more than the twice of the breadth. So twice of the breadth is 2x plus 2 more than plus 2. Now the perimeter of a rectangular pool they given as 154 meter. As we know already, children, perimeter formula of a rectangular 2 into L plus B is equals to 154 meter. Here L is 2x plus 2 and breadth is x. So 2 into x plus 2x plus 2 is equals to 154 meter. Here we have to find the value of x. So send the remaining all that side. Here inside the brackets x plus 2x we will get 3x plus 2, and here multiplication 2 if it will go that side, division 2, 154 by 2, that is 77 meter. Now 3x is equals to, here plus 2 if it will go that side, minus 2. So 3x is equals to 77 minus 2, 75. Now x is equals to, here multiplication 3 if it will go that side, division 3. So 3 ones are 3, 25 are, x is equals to 25. What is actually x? It is breadth. So breadth is equals to 25 and length is equals to 2x plus 2, that is 25 into 2 plus 2, that is 50 plus 2, 52. Okay. Next children, two numbers are in the ratio 5:3. If they differ by 18, find the numbers. Now take they only given that the ratio is 5:3. As you know already, if it is there any numbers in a ratio, in particular ratio, how we will get that numbers means by multiplying with one number with the same number. So here 5:3. To get the actual numbers, I will multiply with the x. So let's take the numbers as 5x and 3x. And they only told that the difference between the two numbers is 18. So here, as by seeing only we can say that the bigger is 5x and smaller is 3x. So difference 5x minus 3x is equals to 18. 5x minus 3x, 2x is equals to 18. X is equals to, now we want the value of x. So send this to that side. If it will go for that side, multiplication 2 will go for division. So 2 ones are 2 nines are, x is equals to 9. Now the numbers are 5x, 3x. So 5 into 9, 45. 3 into x, 20. 3 into x, that is 3 into 9, 27. Next, 3 consecutive integers add up to 51. What are these integers? First children, consecutive means what? Consecutive numbers in the sense next to next children. 3, 4, 5 consecutive numbers. 6, 7, 8 consecutive numbers. Okay, like that 3 consecutive integers, they are saying that if we'll add that 3 numbers, we'll get 51. So first I'll take that numbers as x, x plus 1, x plus 2. Now they given that if we'll add the 3 numbers, we will get 51. So I am going to add x first number plus the second number x plus 1 plus x plus 2 is equals to 51. Now x plus s, x down I am showing that 3x we will add, we will get 3x plus constants 1 plus 2 if we will add we will get plus 3 is equals to 51. Means I am just simplifying the LHS side, means left hand side. Then I will try to find out the value of x. Now send plus 3 that side, we will get 51, plus 3 will go that side, minus 3. So 3x is equals to 51 minus 3. Now x is equals to 51 minus 3, 48 by 3. Here multiplication 3, if I will send that side, division 3. So 3 ones are 3 16s are 48. So x is 16. Now what are the 3 numbers? X, x plus 1, x plus 2. So 16, 16 plus 1, 17, 17, again 16 plus 2, 18. 16, 17, 18 are the 3 numbers. Now children, this is your practice time. Please do practice and get the answers, send me back. Thank you children. Keep learning. Lakshmi Aravinda.